Okay, so I guess Michael's just gonna eat chocolate while we do this. You are so unhelpful. You can't have this anymore. Nope, you're done. New take. Monday, we went to the Berlin Zoo, which is on the world's like top 10 best zoos, so we were pretty excited to check it out.
It blows my mind, but apparently this was built 170 plus years ago.
Yeah, it was built in 1872. I think.
Yeah, so it was 1870s.
Yeah. And a lot of the structures that are actually in the zoo were originally there, like the one that housed the gazelles and the giraffes. That was an original building. So
they even have places where you can compare, because they have a picture from like what it looked like and now what it looks like. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
The downside to this film is that you can't see most of the animals, but there are some that you will be able to see. But this is 3 hours of a
Zoo.
Yeah, wrapped up in 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, it was really easy to access. We just took the 109 bus from right by our house. It's about a
2-minute walk to the bus.
And it was probably like a 20-minute bus ride. The traffic was a little heavy, but we got off the bus and basically walked into the park. It was maybe like a 2 or 3 minute walk from the bus stop.
I think the first thing that amazed me is when you first walk in and we take the right, you can see the elephants, which is awesome. And then like this big rock structure to the left, which is off screen right now. Also that most of the place is cobblestone. I feel like that has to be like super expensive for like a zoo to install. Like it's pavers essentially.
Yeah.
And it's all throughout the entire zoo. What we also talked about was this dirt path that's on either side, which is interesting. We're not exactly sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's there. I don't know if it's for people who prefer not to walk on the cobblestone. But it's not just in the zoo. Like, I've seen it elsewhere in the city, so.
This was a cool little animal.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a muskox.
Yeah. There's a lot of animals from Thailand area, Asia. Like the elephants are Asian elephants.
Yes.
And I think one of them was donated by the king of Thailand as a gift.
So Thailand and Germany have like this really tight relationship, and the king of Thailand actually has a house here in Germany. So so their relations are really close. And so there are a lot of immigrants from Thailand, and two, they donate things back and forth to each other's countries to help improve. Like the elephants were not the only thing that were donated from the Thai king. There were other animals.
I'm going to see some monkeys.
Yeah, just a few. Most of them were outside, we found out.
Yeah, and when we went back outside, we saw them. This, one of my favorite things, I mean, I had a lot of, like, this zoo is pretty awesome. One of the cool things, though, is that there were benches everywhere. There were places, there was even, like, places that you could, use, it has, like, this angled thing, so you can sit and read a book and sunbathe, basically. Yeah. Those were throughout the park. There's a lot of sitting places, which, I thought was interesting. And then you mentioned the ages.
Yeah, I was really interested to see the variety of age groups that came to the zoo
without kids.
Yeah. Like there were older couples, there were groups of older women, there were young people. I saw a lot of people with their children who were like not in school, not school-aged kids. I imagine that the reason for that is because the teenagers are probably in school. It was a holiday for the United States, but not a holiday for Germany, so that's probably why. But yeah, they would these older couples and groups would just come and walk through the zoo and sit down and relax and watch the animals. Like, it was very interesting. I don't feel like that's common, at least in the Hogle Zoo in Salt Lake, which is pretty much the only one I've ever been to. So.
I remember as a kid going to zoos and like I feel like it was Sacramento and just there's no place to sit and you're tired and I don't know, it's just like but the amount of seating that exists here, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Every exhibit almost has a seat for
Yeah,
you to
any big exhibit.
see. There's benches
there's like
here.
2 there.
These are just gazelles. Like
Oh, the giraffes. Aren't the giraffes there? No, the giraffes aren't.
no, they're a little bit further. We're about to get to them.
Yeah, there they are.
But there's benches everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's it feels like the whole purpose is for you to sit down and relax and enjoy nature.
Yeah.
And that's what the zoo is trying to
Well,
accomplish.
I mean, like, let's talk about the vegetation, too. There was shade everywhere. I mean, there wasn't... You could stand in little patches of sunlight, but for the most part, it's a very, very shady place to be. It was so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because they also have... We talked about the structure because there's certain animals that need a lot of sunlight.
Yeah.
And those are exposed completely.
Mm-hmm.
There's like no vegetation, so
Right.
they have that direct sunlight on their exhibit. This is probably the closest, I think, well, for the big animals. This was pretty cool, how close. I don't think this GoPro does it justice because of how, it's a wide shot.
Right.
So, but
Yeah, it's really quite
it
close.
feels really close. And at some point, you see where this concrete is, you can actually see later on it will reach out to some kids. And Lauren says, well, that's a little scary or freaky.
Yeah, it did. I was more concerned the elephant was going to fall in this ditch. That's right.
Yeah.
Right between us and the exhibit. Because he kept like hovering over it with 1 foot, but yeah, and, I mean he's been there a while, so I assume that he probably knows not to do that.
But Milo really enjoyed this trip. Like,
Yeah, I think he did. We felt comfortable here to let him get out and walk around a lot, and so I think he really enjoyed just being able to run around.
yeah, we let him out for a bit, but he is kind of whiny and like constantly eating right now because
yeah,
I think of teething.
He does have his canines coming in, so he's a little bit on the grumpy side.
Yeah.
But
Even staying in a place a little too long and he gets I mean right now he's just
Coming back.
like, oh my gosh,
It's
check
coming.
that out.
yeah, he got really excited when the elephant came back. But other than that, I mean, like, he ate all our snacks in a really quick amount of time.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember if he's out of snacks at this point.
Yeah. I think he is.
So yeah, these are the Asian elephants. They were showing us on one of the signs. They showed the pictures, and apparently the African elephants have those. You can see.
Yeah, here he is. Like, this is when I got concerned that he was gonna go down. But he's trying to reach these leaves over here. And he's just a little bit shy of it. He can't quite get it.
Yeah. Those kids were like speaking a different language, but I don't know what they were saying, but I feel like they were saying hi to him. It was pretty
Yeah, I
fun.
think they were trying to get him to come over.
That was really cool, though. Like, it was cool to be a part of something like that. See an elephant. I haven't seen an elephant in forever.
Yeah, it was interesting also because I don't think, I don't know that I've seen Asian elephants. I mean, obviously when we were in Thailand, I saw Asian elephants. But, like, I think for the most part in the zoo, you get the African bull elephant. Again, I've only been to one zoo, so I don't really... My comparison isn't great.
They have an aquarium as well, but we didn't pay to go to that. And good thing too, because by the end of going through this entire zoo, we were pretty done.
Yeah, we were exhausted.
We spent 3 hours in this zoo, and I think we could have. I don't know if we hit all the exhibits. We definitely didn't walk all the paths, and we didn't stay terribly long at any one exhibit.
Yeah, there was a ton to do. When we had to buy the tickets, they gave us a time frame to go. And it was like between 1 and 5 for our time group. just to stagger the tickets. You could stay longer than 5 if you wanted to,
Mhm.
but I was kind of like, maybe like an hour or 2 we could spend at the zoo. Might even be pushing it, but we walked in and it was just like a lot bigger than we thought.
Yeah, it was.
And nicer. I mean, that's part of the reason we stayed so long. It was just nice.
Yeah, there's all this wildlife in this zoo that aren't a part of their attraction, or
Yeah.
they aren't actually a part of the zoo. They're just there to chill and eat, and like there was a ton of cranes and
Some
pelicans, a lot of pelicans, and these are certain areas. Squirrels. We saw there was one squirrel that
He was pretty friendly squirrel.
hung out with us. These are actually flamingos on the other side of this.
Yeah, you can't see him very well.
Yeah, you can
with the
see maybe
camera.
one head, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
This is the
Oh.
gorillas.
Yeah,
We didn't get very close because these people were like real excited about them.
and this is like one of those spots that it's just so nice to just sit, and this is actually when one of those squirrels came up to us
Yeah.
and was just hanging out, watching Milo eat the last of his snacks.
Yeah, there's his last one, and I'm pretty sure the squirrel almost took it. There he was.
For the briefest of seconds.
He's a little red squirrel. You'll see him come by several times before we leave here. But yeah, it's just it was nice. It was quiet. Like perfect weather.
Yeah, it was a great day. But also, like Lauren said, a lot of the shade here, these are baboons. Lauren really liked, you can't really see it because of the reflection, but there's a mother baboon with her little baby, and
Yeah,
it's so cute.
just holding the little baby. Reminded me of Milo before he got big and squirmy.
Oh, it was pretty cute.
These are birds, and they have some that like belong in the exhibit, and then there are a lot that like squeak through the holes in the fence.
Yeah, we identified some European starlings, which is a bird that is an invasive species in Provo, or the Central or Utah Valley in general.
Or the U.S.
And yeah, we took a little bit to identify them because they have a lot of white speckles on their chest.
They're pretty. We got a hamburger from
was
this
good.
place, and it was really good. And I was actually really surprised with how moderately priced the food was inside the zoo. Like, it cost about
$7.
€7.
Yeah, $8 actually.
Actually, we got a combo, so it was about 12, but we shared it because you get a lot of fries. So I had about half the burger and half the fries.
Yeah, this to our right and behind us is where all the pelicans are.
Yeah.
This is mounted. The camera's mounted to the stroller, and so that's why you constantly get Milo's head in most of the shots. Plus, I think I keep his head in because it's nice to have like
a person
in
This is one of the times we let him get out and walk.
after our lunch break,
Yeah.
trying to navigate this massive park.
There's the aquarium that we didn't go in.
Yeah, to our right.
They're doing some renovations in the zoo, so some of the places are blocked off. But this is one of the restaurants. And then we just came down and saw this weird animal. Apparently, this is a giraffe, a type of giraffe.
And this is.
These I didn't read about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they looked cool. And I was like, they definitely could jump over this fence.
Yeah.
I thought, but they were kind of heavy. Maybe they don't jump much. They look like gazelles, but
They were too fat.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
We're trying to find the bears. Oh, this statue was built in 1930
Yeah.
and placed in the zoo, the polar bear one.
And you can tell how old it is because of the maturity of these trees. Like,
Yeah.
they're just so big. so nice to be able to sit down pretty much anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of vegetation.
These are the seals. In German, they're called ocean dogs. Seehunde.
These are the, what are they
Sea
called?
lions.
The sea lions.
California sea lions.
Right, they did say that.
Yep. Which
That-
is the same in German.
So there's early there you saw a sea lion on the bottom left. He was like sucking water out of a crack.
It's super weird.
We were like, that sounds so good.
These are penguins, but the exhibit was closed, so we didn't see them. But we did see these African penguins that we'll come back to later.
Well, no, they're right. I think they're.
No,
called-
these are the beavers,
Oh, that's right. We passed
who
the.
were also asleep. So
Yep. I go down with Milo and we see a little beaver.
he's
But
napping in his dam.
oh, is that the actual dam? I'm trying to figure. I didn't quite understand.
I
that.
didn't either.
More
I
birds.
think it was. I think there's probably a tunnel down into there.
More birds, and a lot of the birds inside these places are like chickadees, and
They are loud.
there's a lot
there's
of.
a vulture in there.
Oh yeah, like the vulture from Jungle Book is massive.
Yeah, here are the penguins.
They're
We
all
stayed here for a while.
yeah. There are some big birds in this zoo.
Yeah. There were. Tried to find the wolves, but we couldn't find them.
Yeah, that's where we were just looking. We were gonna take this path, and then we saw to the right that it was a public walkway, and I told Lauren, you know what? If it's free, it's probably not worth watching.
There's a bunch of birds, so I don't think we were.
They
But
had a,
check this park out.
oh my gosh.
This was amazing. If we had come a little bit earlier, I think we would have let Milo play for a bit, but we were all tired.
Honestly, like, I would just come for the park. Like,
Yeah.
I think of Patrick and Rosa and Leo. Like, you guys could come here and just spend all day at that park. There are like 4 playgrounds, and they're all
Yeah.
super cool.
And they're all unique. Some of them are like little houses stacked on each other. Some of them are like wood. The wood one. It's kind of like Discovery. Anyway, this is the hippo exhibit we came to.
We didn't think we were going to see any, but we actually saw a lot of them, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, I think there were only 2, but they kept swimming in circles, so that was convenient. There he is. You have to look real hard when you're right up against the glass, but you can see him pretty clear on the camera.
Yeah. It's so weird because, like, it's, like, murky, and then out of nowhere they just show up.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if I was a diver in, like, Africa, how terrifying that would be.
To find a hippo.
And I didn't realize how long they could hold their breath.
Yeah, they only surfaced like every, 5 to 10 minutes?
I don't know. It seemed like they were down there forever. You could just sit here and wait, and they would, like, pop up,
Yeah.
like, right here. You'll see, like, 2 pop up.
Yeah, there's the other one.
Liebe Gäste, laut Infektionsschutzverordnung besteht in allen Gebäuden eine Maskenpflicht.
Just pop up for a moment, and then they keep on going wherever they head to. I think one of them popped up under the bridge.
Yeah.
I didn't even know their exhibit went outside. I thought we were walking around out there, and we were like, I mean, there's no way we're going to see a hippo out here. But apparently they can.
Yeah, if they want to, they can go outside.
But I don't think they leave this area very often.
No, I think they like it inside. It's probably more to swim. It's more if they want to go outside and like walk around, I think. Because this is definitely the main swimming area for the hippos.
I didn't realize how short their legs were.
Yeah, they were pretty short. I didn't. Also, like this one's tooth is like sticking out the side.
Yeah.
You know, we're very kind to animals in our animation of them. Because their teeth are like short little stumps inside their mouth. These are like fangs. Yeah, so it was nice. We only had to wear masks when we went inside the exhibit.
Yeah, just walking around. I mean, those are some cool eagles.
Mm-hmm.
These are some weird turkey vultures.
Is that what they were?
I have no idea, but they have like a little.
They're super weird.
They have a little thing on their head. They're huge, though.
They were really big. And it was not happy that we were that close to it.
I was thinking that the biggest bird we saw, though, was probably that vulture.
Yeah.
The one that's from Jungle Book in the
Yeah.
cartoon with the white collar. It's huge. We go back and take a look at the panda.
Yeah. They were asleep, but they hadn't been out earlier, so...
And this is actually where we end.
Yeah,
This is
we left through this part.
Yeah, so that's 3 hours in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we went and grabbed some socks for Milo from a store and went home.
Yep.
That's it.
That was a good day.
And Lauren needs to record the story of Napoleon, and
Yeah.
we're going to do some videos of
Historical sites.
sites coming up. So, but that's that.
But this was yesterday for us.
Monday, Labor Day.
Yep.
It's
Not
pretty-
Labor Day in Germany, though.
Yeah. But let's go get Milo. He literally just woke up from a nap.